I want to read more Carmack tweets.
Yeah, it's pretty entertaining. You know, even if you only understand like 10% of what he's talking about.
Check this
Now
out.
presenting Carmack Tweet of the Week. Tweet of the Week.
Batch ATC texture compression would be a good candidate for scalable web service, considering compressing a few gigapixel of images.
That was John Carmack Tweet of the Week.
Saw an old paper about doing CSG with homogeneous coordinates to avoid problems with divides. Sort of want to visit the old BSP problems.
Bonus Carmack Tweet of the Week.
I feel like this is the one and only case where use of those little Zoo TV sound effect machines over there is actually appropriate. There you go. Perfect. It's amazing that... it's amazing how long we've resisted. I think we played with those stupid things like the first day we were in here.
They're pretty dumb.
And then managed to... Oh, not you two.
If GPUs could rasterize the two stereo versions of a triangle at the same time, texture reach would cache almost perfectly.
Well, that's...
Now let's take it up to the chopper for traffic. Go ahead, Tony.
Yes, we could back these. We could back all this conjecture up with actual sales figures if we bothered to do the research.
Girl, you look good. Why don't you back them claims up? Use a fine motherfucker. Why don't you back them claims up?
Yep.
Oh, who is you playing with? Back them claims up.
Go on.
No, that's all I got.
Okay.
Is that juvenile or mystical?
It's this juvenile.
That's okay. That's right.
But yeah, you know, like it was
mystical was shake your ass,
That's right. Watch yourself.
but watch yourself.
Yes. Just be careful.
And then he went to jail because he's a fucking piece of garbage.
All right. I am loath to read this email. In the Unprofessional Fridays or Thursdays, Dan was talking about how
The show is always called Unprofessional Fridays.
Yeah, you're right. That's true. Dan was talking about how he rarely went to class and would really only show up for tests, although I think you said the last day of class, more specifically.
There were certain things I couldn't get around. Like there were like the occasional midterm that I had to show up to, but I kind of got special treatment with that too.
How did you even know? Like, did you have moles that you tapped for information about when things were due?
I'll give a short example because there's so many ways I got around everything. There's never cheating involved because I saw in some comments like, "Oh, is Dan saying he cheated in college?" No, I never cheated. Here's an example. I never went to my intermediate film production class because I was a film studies major and I was supposed to go there. And I was like, oh, this will be cool. I get to shoot on actual film. I've never done that. And I showed up on the first day and they're like, yeah, you got to buy all this film stock. And it was just expensive as shit. And I was like, I'm not spending that money on that.
Film's expensive.
Yeah, so I just never went to the class again. Like, never showed up, never did any kind of midterm, didn't do any of the projects. Like, there's a whole semester-long project we were supposed to do where you shot this whole film. And
Man, that sounds so cool.
it sounds expensive, and I just wanted to sit at home and review video games. And so at the end of the semester, I got my report card, and I saw I got an F, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was always too lazy to go to Strong Hall at KU and actually drop the class, so I would just take the F or whatever. But this time I needed this one. This was like a required thing for my major. So I went in to my professor, who I will not name, and I said, hey, oh man, I got this F for some reason. How do I, crap, that sucks. Anything I can do, any project or something I can put together real quick and fix this? And he was like, Dan, just tell me, did you do any video production work this semester at all? And I said, yes. Because the only thing I had done was I cut together. Have you ever guys done a power hour of drinking?
Heard of it?
I'm aware
You take
of the
a shot
concept.
of beer.
A shot of beer
every
like
minute.
like a shot glass.
A shot glass, which it equals out to like 7 beers an hour. So it gets pretty crazy at the end. But everyone would always do it with like this ice.
No, what? Hang on.
What?
What's crazy
60
about
shots.
drinking 7 beers in an hour?
I'm just saying you will get drunk.
That's a lot of
It's
fucking
fun.
beer in 60 minutes.
I know, it's fun as hell.
You will get drunk. But
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I think beyond drunk. But
Nah, I mean, I've seen people puke in the middle of it or whatever, but like, if you've been doing your drinking, you can handle that.
How
It's
many
like-
ounces is that?
It's like 7 beers, which
shot-
is like 12.
the standard shot is 1.5 ounces.
That's 7 beers.
And a typical beer is 11 ounces.
So that's 77 ounces.
You were there when I played 40 hands.
Yeah.
Like that was me
So that's-
drinking 2 40s, which are higher caliber than.
Yeah, it's not crazy.
And that was.
Do you
less than
remember
an
what
hour.
happened to Alex at the end of that?
Yeah, but do you remember what happened to me after that?
Not really, but
I
bet
took the 40s off and drank a beer.
There we go. So,
some people hold their liquor better than others.
Well, so all the people I knew at KU were just doing, they had this iTunes program where it would just cycle, it would shuffle out a song, play it for 60 seconds.
Yeah.
And then when the song switches, that's when your cue is to take the next shot. I thought it'd be more fun to, I made a DVD and I cut it together with like YouTube clips. Like, oh, here's some SNL stuff and here's 60 seconds of the November Rain video and here's the South Park clip and here's the Simpsons thing.
That's a great idea.
And yeah, so I put that together. I still have copies of it. And I burnt a ton of them. And during times I was supposed to be at class, I was walking around campus selling them for $10 a piece and going to like kegers and stuff and selling them at the kegers and stuff. It was great. Made a lot of money doing that. But that was the only video production I had done that semester. So I took it in to the professor and I said, here you go. Here's what this is. It's a Power Hour DVD. And he just gave me an A in the class. And I mean, that is a minor example. Like, I could take a whole podcast telling how I got through. I've actually considered
Why are
writing
you
a book.
not in sales? You could be making millions of dollars.
I like doing what I do. Like, I don't know. It's basically my whole college was just a series of finding ways to not do the stuff I didn't want to do. Yeah, I never.
That's kind of how I got out of high school. There was a lot of stuff like that where it was like we were doing public access television and I was going to video game trade shows and they just said like, well, here are credits for video production class and for newspaper.
Yeah. I made a sketch comedy show in college and did a few episodes and told my professor, like, hey, I did that thing a while back. Can I get some retroactive credit for that? And I was just doing it for fun. We were just doing stupid sketches. And he said, yeah, sign yourself up for all of my classes next semester, which is 14 hours worth of classes. And he goes, just don't go to them. I'll just give you A's. And so I didn't step foot in a classroom the entire semester, and I got 14 hours of straight A's.
Well, that was money well spent.
I wouldn't be working in the gaming industry if I didn't go to college, because that's when I started writing reviews. And if I went to class, I probably wouldn't have written that many reviews. So, like, it all works out.
You familiar with the concept of magical thinking?
Is that like that stupid secret book?
No.
Okay, well, you just got to be confident that you're on the right path.
Actually, it's not that far off.
Well, that stuff's bullshit. Like, I actually had a plan in mind, and like, there's a method to all this, and it worked.
You seem to have just willed a lot of unlikely things into existence.
Yeah, it works.
Man, that's impressive. You all right over there?
Yeah, that's like me and a handful of friends like kind of just did the exact same thing in different areas, and some of us turned it into legitimate careers, and some of us turned it into just like weird scams and nightmares. And
I feel like I've heard stories about the less savory.
Yeah, I don't know where my roommate is.
Yeah,
but.
Yes.
Yeah.
Solicitations on Craigslist. Wait, not that kind of solicitation.
No, not that. I don't know.
That's not what I meant.
I don't even know what you're talking
Never
about
mind.
anymore.
Maybe I'm thinking about something else.
Yeah, probably.